Good morning. This is Chai Chats. This is my third time recording this because the first time was outside and the construction was so loud. The video was pissing me off. And then the second time I forgot to turn the lights on. So it was dark. And I did take a little break this weekend. Friday, I climbed a mountain, which was really cool. Saturday, I worked all day, and Sunday and Monday were for rest because I was getting a little burnout doing this. Today's prompt, today's journal entry does have some trigger warnings with it. There is allusion to suicide and self-harm behaviors and a very brief mention of substance abuse. So if that's not the vibe right now, save this for later. Today's prompt is what I wish I could tell the versions of me that didn't think they would make it past 25. And we have try again. I picked this prompt because I still think of them. The younger versions of me that got me to where I am today. Little 9-year-old me who wanted to disappear. 15-year-old me who tried to make it all go away. 19-year-old me who begged the universe to take away the pain. And 23-year-old me who found peace and quiet in the bottom of cough syrup and liquor bottles. I also think of how important each of them are, and how none of them believed we would make it past 25. Looking back, I don't think they really wanted to die. I think they didn't know how to live in a world where they only felt pain. And 7th grade me tried controlling that pain, thinking that maybe if that was the one thing I could control, everything else would hurt a little less. And honestly, I don't think that line of thought worked out. I wish I could sit with each of them, not to fix anything or to say some shit like, it gets better, but to hug them and hold their hand while I listen to them. Back then, survival was all I knew and absolutely not what I wanted. Those versions of me thought that numbness was better than disappointment, and false strength was better than having feelings. And I get it. That was how they knew to stay alive. What they never expected was to make it here and have the kind of life that we have now. But they did it, and not because they found peace or happiness, or because shit just magically got better, but because they kept going, even when it hurt. Every breath that they thought meant nothing was quietly building the life I have now. And that, while I wish I could take away their pain and give them a second chance at childhood, I wouldn't change anything because it got us here. I want to thank each of those versions of myself that has got me to where I am now. I want to thank them for every night they wanted to be their last, but kept going anyway. For every dream they held on to when hope felt fucking pointless. I would not be here without their strength. I understand them better now, too. The anger, the silence, the pushing away. I get it now. They were carrying something way too heavy. They didn't need discipline. They needed gentleness. They needed safety and rest, and to know that they didn't have to earn their rest. Another layer to this story is the untreated mental illness. My first diagnosis was manic depressive disorder when I was 9 years old. Now, that's not in the DSM anymore. And it wasn't until I was 25 that we learned it was more likely to be bipolar disorder. But I went my entire young life without medication or treatment, or really any understanding of why I was feeling the way I was feeling, why I was acting the way I was acting, because I was an awful teenager. And now I know it's because teenage me was in immeasurable amounts of pain. I wish I could tell the younger versions of me that we get help, we get medicated, we get treatment, and we start figuring shit out. And it gets a lot easier to carry. And that we finally understand ourselves a little better too. I used to think about what my life could have been like if I had the medication or the treatment at a younger age, or if I had the tools that I have now back then. But I've learned that that line of thought isn't productive, and it's also not kind to those past versions of myself. I'm grateful for where I am now, and I am so grateful for all of the past versions of me that got me here. They're resting now, and they're being taken care of. And we're healing our inner child, and we're letting our inner teenager get that rage out. And we are holding all of those versions very close to our hearts. Or I guess very close to my heart. Their hearts to my heart. You get it. If you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing this space with me. I'll see you soon. Okay, love you, bye.